Hello, Aries. Good morning. Well, good morning from here. It's exactly 10 a.m. in the morning over here in Germany. As you can hear, I'm still not really healthy, um, but I can't sleep anymore. So I thought let's start with the love bonus video. So here we are. I already picked the decks that I want to use for this reading. I got my tea here. Woo! For some healing. So I'm going to use the vice versa tarot for this. The Good Reverie Lenormand. You're going to get an oracle message, a postcard from Spirit as well. And if we feel the need to clarify, that's going to be the pocket version of the Rider-Waite Tarot. So, Aries, you took the lead big time. Man, your video had I think 7 likes and 30 or 31 views. So there was no way in beating you. Thank you so much for that to everyone who watched and liked. There's one more thing I would like to ask you to do, because in my stats I saw that almost 70% of the people who watch my videos have not subscribed yet. So let's make a deal. If this is the first time you're watching, that's fine. You don't have to subscribe. If it's the second time, it's still okay. If this is the third time you watch one of my videos, would you mind just subscribing to my channel, please? It's not, sorry. I don't need a certain amount of subscribers in order to be able to do more. Like be able to record and do live streams with my phone instead of this webcam. So you really help me out by subscribing. If you hit the notification bell, you will also be informed every time I do a video. If you do not want that, you can just, keep it off, but still stay subscribed. You will get notifications, but you won't be alarmed every time I do something. However, you will help my channel going and growing, as I love saying. And of course, even though there is not really a challenge behind this right now, if you haven't done up until now, we're 3 minutes 11 seconds in, hit the like button, please, because it doesn't cost you anything, and you will provide an energy exchange for the free reading that I'm doing here. And it's something, if this is annoying you, if me saying this is annoying to you, then please go ahead and just move on. But I'm doing this in my free time. I'm not getting anything for it. So the least thing you can do is hit the like button for me to have a small kind of energy exchange for my work. Because, I put effort into this. And for you, it wouldn't be a huge effort to just hit that thumbs up. There's someone in the house who hasn't done so yet. You can do that right now while watching. That will be my payment. All right. So 3 more shuffles for Aries, and then we're going to dive into the love reading. Guys, this is a specific love reading. It's the bonus version, so it's the in-depth reading. Still, however, I'm picking up on a very large group. I cannot pick up on everyone. 2. So if this does not resonate, don't be sad. Check out your other placements. For love, especially in particular, the sign where where Venus is placed in your birth chart is very, very important. Also, the moon can tell you a lot about what's going on with you emotionally. I still don't see that like up here from whoever's watching. So would you please? Yeah, just look up your birth chart, check out your placements, and check out your other signs. As usual, I will not be able to dive into every storyline that appears in the reading. So, oh, what did I do? What did I do? So, you know, if you want to know more, if you need more detail, I do offer personal readings. You will find the details for that later when the video is uploaded in the description box below. I now have 3 viewers, but no likes yet. You know, I have time. I want at least 1 like before I start. Ah, now we have 2 viewers. See, he did exactly what I wanted him to do. He left. Okay. Every day I'm shuffling. Ooh, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. What are you rushing into, Aries? Also, since this is a love reading, I will be talking of him or her. Please don't get too focused on the gender. I will just put it out there as it comes in. You know, feel free to put yourself in the story wherever you feel you are. Switch the roles if you feel that this is right. Don't shoot the messenger, right? I'm just channeling. Okay, Aries. Still no like. Really, what's, you know, we're 7.5 minutes in. That's how long you've been here. You don't even have to leave the video. You just have to click on the thumbs up. I don't know what's so hard about that. You know, Aquarius did have very good chances to win because he had many views, but nobody was able to hit that like button. And people won't even see that you liked it if that's what you're concerned about. But okay. Okay, so we have the King of Cups sitting on his throne here. Then coupled with that, we have the Devil. Coming out single, we have the 6 of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, the Moon is showing herself. But I want the couple card. Thank you for the 6 of Swords. So very much fire up until now, Aries, and that's typical for you, right? Now, since this is the vice versa deck, I will show you both sides. We have the 3 of Swords on one side of the deck and the 10 of Wands on the other side of the deck. So I feel whoever I'm picking up on here, there's lots of disappointment that has happened up until now. There's the energy of taking back control over the relationship or over your own heart. Sorry, guys, but it feels as if that's the true reason for the disappointment. Like the disappointment is not does not origin in whatever the other person is doing, or what the other person is not doing. It's more originated in the fact that you're trying to gain or to keep control over the situations you're in, right? Because that can really burden a relationship. Sorry, I got to drink some tea. And even if you might think that there's victory in moving on alone or doing things alone, not necessarily speaking that you let me rephrase. I think that at this moment in time, it is important for you to learn and to understand what independence really means. Because independence is not just doing what you want and keeping control over whenever whatever happens, but rather in seeing and understanding that, yes, you can be free in your mind and free-spirited, but that doesn't mean that you're in charge of what happens. And you need to see at the effort of someone else too. Like, this is not about you only. And now again, I want to mention that if this is not you, if you feel this is the other person, feel free to switch the roles, but keep in mind that we're always mirroring, right? So don't make a snap judgment and think that this is only about the other person, because if it's the other person, then it's also you. And on the other side of this card, we do have the fact that this guy on the horse is like, whoa, okay, they're all cheering at me, but they played their part in that too, and they look even worse than I do. So if this is a situation where you keep being hurt and disappointed by someone, please remember that people do not hurt us because they're mean. Hurt people, and heal people. So which one are you, and which one do you want to be? All right. I'm getting lots of ego energy here, Aries. I think we'll need to clarify later. Okay. At the sides of the deck, at the bottom and top, we have the King of Wands and the Three of Cups. And the couple coming out here, very interesting, is the Ace of Swords and the Lovers. So I really do feel that here there's divine intervention at play, because we have the Devil here and the Lovers on this side, kind of accompanying this 6-6, right? And what's 6-6? It's the Devil again. Sorry. And I really feel, Aries, that I'm going to stay in the placement that I chose first, that this is not about gaining clarity, it's about offering clarity to someone else. Because I do get that at this point in time, whoever you're dealing with or whoever this is about, you two are at two totally different ends of the table. Like, you're talking to each other, but you're not understanding what the other one is saying. So someone has to come in and show you where you can meet again. So someone or something has been distracting you. And that's most of the time it's ego, right? If you're not dealing with someone right now, like if there's no one in your life, then this is a message of looking at the things you still need to heal, or, you know, look at your current or most recent past relationships and what they triggered in you, to see what they taught you and how they showed you what you need to do in order to move on. It's funny that it comes out like that while I'm saying it. Well, it's not that funny, but it's funny, you know. And see, here we have the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. So that's exactly what I was saying a minute ago. If there is someone in your life, if there's a counterpart, someone that you're dealing with, if you're in a relationship, then the communication is blocked. It's just like you're speaking 2 different languages right now, like totally. And because one of you is more speaking from the heart, more emotional. Maybe that's even blurring. See, while the other one is very rational, very harsh. It's like, it's really weird energy, guys. So let's move on further. Thank you. Yeah, it was peeking through. Okay, there's the 7 of Cups. So triggering and confusion, and the 7 of Swords, guys. 17. I just saw 17. Guys, your communication is super blocked. I really feel that one of you guys, 1711, really has to get over themselves and find a way to approach the other, or this goes down the drain. See how much water there's in here, and see how she's in the water, waiting for him to come towards her. I mean, they're waving at each other, but you know. And that's the 4 of Cups, by the way. It's the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. So many 6s in here. I really feel that I want to point that out. And with the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups on both sides of the deck here, that's really a big issue. So Aries, I feel that there is, in fact, a lot of projection going on. And I know how Aries can be. Aries is very self-involved, very often. They tend to only see their side, meaning that they're like, but he and he and she and he and does this and does that. And somehow they just, you know, they just forget that they play a part in that too. Let's see. I want to do 3 more couples, and then I'll take a look at the other cards. Ace of Pentacles and 5 of Wands, fire energy again, and here we have the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles again. So guys, as I said, something really has to change in the way you're communicating. I do feel that in the communication itself, there's that big leap, that big distance that you guys have to get over. I do see that sorry, that there's been a lot of spilling the milk, you know. So probably lots of arguing, lots of fighting over nothing. And again, this side, whoever this is, I keep saying you because, you know, that's what Spirit tells me. You have to realize your part in this. You cannot just blame it on someone else or just try to see how this is reflecting and mirroring off each other. It can be the other person. I'm not saying it can't. Okay, but something has to change. One of you has to step back from this constant fighting and make a solid offer. You know, just trying to get back to zero or at least one, and clear the bit. No. So 9 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles, and then here we have the 2 of Wands, and that's making a choice, and the Empress, and she's vice versa. So this is really telling me that whoever this person is who has to see how their past disappointments have led them where they are and has to learn what that means for them right now in this situation. This is the one who has to make the choice of leaving behind what does not suit them or serve them in this situation and make the approach. Okay, you have to turn back around and look into your now or possibly into your future rather than into your past. Don't get hung up on it, right? Because your now is not your past. See, your past is fading. And you can help it to fade. Just don't keep waiting for things to happen. Okay, you have to actively do something. One more couple, please. There's the Knight of Swords again. Okay. Here's the Magician and the 8 of Cups. So that's walking away from the past. And yet again, and then here we have the Knight of Swords. And he's following his call, right? He's following his guidance, following his passion. And sometimes that happens in the darkness, in the emotional body, in the feminine energy, so to say. So this might be, this is one storyline. This might be, Aries, about you feeling some changes within that lead you on a different path than you have been walking up until now. It might even be discovering a new side of yourself that you haven't seen up until today. And that brings some rumoring, some shaking in the foundations of the relationship, if there's a relationship, because of course your partner is involved in that too. I did share a video on my WhatsApp broadcast yesterday about what to do if my partner isn't spiritually awoke. So you might want to watch that. Just put it into the YouTube search and I'm sure you will find it. But let me see. Yeah, I mean, the things that want to happen are going to happen anyway. So there's really no use as usual to try to force control over a situation, because if you if this is the right person for you, if this is a strong, truly love-based relationship, then nothing's gonna happen, right? Nothing's gonna harm you. You're gonna get through this. That's really your choice. It's your mindset making that decision or deciding whether this is gonna work out or not. That's not someone external. It's always you. But if you're now sitting here watching this reading thinking, nah, but it's too much effort and I don't want this, then you should maybe reflect, well, number one, if it is really your now, your present moment, that is causing this feeling, or if it's your past. If it's your past, then you need to work through it, and find a way to to get through to the original trigger, to the source of, where this feeling comes from, and to release it. And if it comes from you now, then, well, what else can I say but walk away, right? And follow your destiny, follow your guidance, follow your intuition. Okay, let's get some more cards. Still no like. I'm very disappointed, guys. See, that's what I'm saying. Acknowledge everyone for their work. Okay, one more. Okay. One more, please. Okay. So this is getting clearer. At the bottom we have the man. Then here I have the snake. The snake is very much like the devil in the animal. And you know how this works, right? It's healing through some trials and tribulations. Shedding your skin isn't easy, and it takes some hardship and some work, and it's often connected with seductions, like desires and stuff. And then we have the child and the woman. So again, this is picking up on the storyline that I was mentioning, where whatever is bugging you, whatever is coming up in this relationship in the now, is not really from now. It's from your past. It's from your childhood. Okay, so what I'm getting here is, yes, this is a childhood wound. It's confusing you big time. Keep your eye on the prize, because in this confusion, you will find your answers. And see, here's you again. So this is very, very much about a part of you that needs to heal, that wants to heal. What's going on here? And it's very, very, very deep buried in your subconscious. That's why I'm saying, like, okay, childhood, and it wants to go, and that's why things seem so messy. But you know how it works, right? There's, in every death there's a rebirth. It might feel very, very stressful and confusing right at this moment in time. Yet again, I this is very much about you finally understanding how your past is impacting your now. And that can go two ways. Number one, you just walk away from your past without having to walk away from your actual relationship, because, at the end of a certain way of a relationship does not necessarily mean that the relationship has to end, just the way it was up until today. And the other option is, yes, that you have to walk away from this relationship or this person because you're realizing that it didn't come to be your actual partner, but just your company, your trigger for a certain part of your journey. And oftentimes that is connected, because if you still desperately seek or look out for someone to be your lifetime partner, then you might need to have to look beyond where this need is coming from. Why do you need this so badly? And how is, what part do you play in this? What are you attracting? That's really, really important, guys. What are you attracting by your behavior, by your mindset? Oh, this was at the top of the deck earlier. I want to pull one more. Usually I only do one postcard, but I want to do one more. No, thank you. Hey, it's too many. One for one side and one for the other side. Again, feel free to switch the roles, place the roles however they play out. Jesus. One. I want one, please. One for the other side. Thank you. I want to point that out. There's a rabbit on this saying, live your dreams. And this one has some angel symbol on it, and it says, with love. So postcard number 1 is saying, dearest you, as you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are that powerful, and they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down, so they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear and often masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth is that, essentially, all is well. Of course, you have thoughts that are positive, strong, organized, accepting, creative, open, and so on. Those are the ones we want you to keep thinking, and they have a less frantic quality. They're stimulating in a good way and don't get away from you. How do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? Meditate and leave judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them. Love yourself, and then choose the thoughts you want the world to reflect back. Life is not as hard as you think. Well, I guess I said that. Awesome. And for the other side, dearest you, isn't it amazing how things seem to come around again, full circle, in ways you could not possibly have planned? You wonder how a dream could die, only to be resurrected years later when you're really ready. See? You thought it was time back then, but your wisdom knows better than your small self, whose desires are unmet. Now here you are with a new opportunity to do things from a different, more mature perspective. We want you to trust that in this new opportunity for rebirth, you will be called in two directions, and the one that is unfamiliar will be the right one. In the unknown spaces, the uncharted places are of infinite potential, we are waiting to guide you into your fullest life. Big bounty will come if you remain in the present. You have come full circle, and now you can see that everything changes, is made new, and is given new hope. Loving you always. I don't know what you think, but I think this was awesome. I liked it very much, so I will hit the like button. Oh man, you're so stubborn, you know that. Thank you very much for watching. I'm excited to see and hear how this is unfolding for you guys. Leave me a comment if you want to tell me your story and how this resonated with you. I'd be very happy to read about, whatever this means to you. Head over to Instagram to see some of my posts, and of course don't forget to check out your other signs and the other videos I did. So until then, Aries, have a great day. Thank you, Magic Star. I'm just about to leave. And have a great day. Enjoy your time, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.